Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that looks at the Northeast in all its dimension and brings you the changing mood and tenor of the region in all its colors. I'm your host Lumpem Vishum, and the highlights of today's program are: work on AgartalaAkora railway link to begin next year. Shimre Asaiwo Belrose and 17 others from Northeast clear civil service exam. Manipur drivers protests against frequent abductions by militants. And government to consider setting up more agriculture universities in Northeast. India's move to strengthen rail and road communication with neighbouring countries is paving the way forward. Recently, the officers from India and Bangladesh reviewed the progress on AgartalaAkora railway project, for which the work is scheduled to begin early next year. We have a report.
The proposed 15-kilometre-long railway link from Agartala to Akora will bring economic prosperity and strengthen people-to-people contact between India and Bangladesh. An 8-member delegation from Bangladesh recently met their Indian counterparts during the third meeting of the Agartala-Akora Railway Link Project Steering Committee in Agartala. They did a field inspection and visited Agartala railway station and Nischintapur, the bordering village from where the proposed rail line will enter Bangladesh. India will build 15-kilometre railway tracks costing Rs 252 crores to link Tripura's capital Agartala with Bangladesh's southeastern city of Akora, an important railway junction connected to Chittagong port, resource-rich Sylhet and Dhaka.
We discussed the decision taken in the earlier meeting, and both sides are satisfied with the progress, and we will finalize the project documents and will get approval from the appropriate authority, and then we will start the work. And as you said, it may be in the end of this year or the next year, or the first half of the next year.
An agreement to implement the railway project was signed in 2010 between the Prime Ministers of India and Bangladesh. With the new rail link, Northeast India would be connected to Chittagong International Seaport in Bangladesh. This will help in reducing the time consumed for transporting food grains and other essential commodities.
Cooperation in the railway sector between India and Bangladesh is an important component of our bilateral cooperation program. There have been several projects which have been undertaken, and this project in particular, when implemented, will be greatly beneficial to the people of our two countries.
Surface connectivity is an important factor as India's northeastern states are surrounded by Bangladesh, Myanmar, Bhutan and China. The only land route to these states from within India is through Assam and West Bengal, but it passes through over 70% hilly terrain with steep roads and multiple bends. India has for long been seeking land, sea and rail access through Bangladesh for ferrying good and heavy machinery to its northeast from abroad and other parts of the country.
The Northeast region has no dearth of talent. This year, 18 youth from the Northeast have cleared the Union Public Service Commission examination. Today, we meet one of these achievers from Manipur.
30-year-old Shimre Asaiwo Belrose, a Tangkhul Naga who hails from Lunghar village in Manipur, is proud to have cleared the Civil Services Examination 2013 conducted by the Union Public Service Commission. She has secured the 1106th position in the final list of the successful candidates. Belrose has been staying in New Delhi since 2011 after completing her MSc in Botany from Manipur University.
As a civil servant, if I'm posted in my state or this thing, I think the first thing I feel that the people, what I feel is that there's no leadership. There's a lack of leadership in my home state, and the representation of civil servant, this thing in India is very less. The percentage is very less. So I will try to bring good governance, and I, as a civil servant, I can also be whatever government policies or schemes that have been already supposed to be meant for the people, deliver it to the people in a very transparent way. So I think that will be my priority, my main issue, and I will also want to work for the our environment issue.
Belrose is among the 18 candidates from the Northeast who have cleared the civil services examination. Of the successful candidates, at least 6 are from Assam, 4 from Manipur, while 2 are from Meghalaya. 3 candidates are from Mizoram and 1 each from Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura and Nagaland. Asaivo believes that continuous disturbance by militant outfits in the Northeast prevent the talented youngsters from achieving their potential.
There are many talented, educated students in Manipur as well, but since there's some problem, we have banned so many strikes, and because of this reason, I think many students are not cannot express the full potential.
Belrose's family in Manipur feels proud of her success in the civil services. They believe that it has been possible only because of her hard work and determination.
She has the patience, to sit the whole day. She can read, she can study the whole day. So I think that contributes a lot to her success and her firm determination.
Many talented people from the Northeast are already working at various positions in foreign services, civil administration, police forces across the country. The newcomers are enthusiastic to take up the task and contribute towards the development of the country.
The drivers operating along the Imphal-Dimapur-Guwahati route often face threats of being abducted and killed by the insurgents. Recently, a driver from Manipur was abducted for ransom in Assam that led to a protest by all Manipur Night Super Drivers Welfare Association. We have a report.
The interstate passenger services from Imphal came to a halt recently after members of All Manipur Night Super Drivers Welfare Association went on strike to protest against the abduction of a bus driver. They also staged a sit-in protest to demand the safe release of Thokchom Invobi, a bus driver abducted on June 13th from a hotel at Jaklamband in Assam while he was ferrying passengers from Guwahati to Imphal. Cadres of the KCP MC Lamyanba Khuman group are suspected to be behind the abduction.
ड्राइवर लोग का तरफ से बोलना चाहते हैं कि उसको जल्दी छोड़ दीजिए, कुछ भी उसका घर में बीवी बच्चा क्या और ड्राइवर एसोसिएशन लोग देख करके उसको छोड़ देना, खाली यही बोल। जब तक हो जाएंगे वो भी नहीं छोड़ेगा तब तक हम लोग स्टीयरिंग नहीं पकड़ेगा, धरना देते रहेगा हम लोग।
The outfit allegedly collects an annual tax of 10,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees from the bus owners. It is believed that Invobi was abducted due to the non-payment of the annual tax this year by the owners of the vehicle. The outfit has also warned the other travel agencies of similar action if they fail to pay the annual tax. The protesters expressed concern over the rising incidents of abduction for ransom by various militant groups and asked the authorities to take appropriate action.
Driver, DM road और इम्फाल टू गुवाहाटी एंड शिलोंग का ड्राइवर लोग इतना तकलीफ देता है, इतना हम लोग सफरिंग होता है, इसके बारे में जो सरकार का साइड से सरकार का और जो हम लोग थोड़ा सा प्रोटेक्शन करने के लिए बचत हुए।
Manipur transport drivers who carry goods and passengers along the national highways 38 and 56 frequently fall victim to militant outfits. It affects the passenger services and transport of goods, resulting in higher inflation.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
persons were injured when unidentified miscreants lobbed a grenade at a fish market in Gosaigao subdivision of Kokrajhar district recently. The injured were rushed to Gosaigao R&B Civil Hospital. No group has claimed responsibility for the incident. The Manipur State AIDS Control and State Blood Transfusion Council came together at the Centenary Hall of Manipur University to observe the World Blood Donors Day. The function was held under the theme Give the Gift of Life, Donate Blood and aimed at encouraging people to come forward to donate blood. A blood donation camp was also organized as a part of the program where around 70 volunteers donated blood. The Arunachal Pradesh edition of the Mumbai International Film Festival was recently held in Naharlagun. The 3-day-long event was organized by the Film Division, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in collaboration with the Department of Information and Public Relations, Arunachal Pradesh. 31 award-winning films, including 3 documentaries on Arunachal Pradesh, were showcased at the event. A 14-day entrepreneurship skill development program on floriculture is being held at the Manipur Press Club under the Backward Region Grant Fund of Chandel District. 33 persons from Chandel District are participating in the program organized by the Garden Care in collaboration with State Institute of Rural Development. The floriculture training will prove a boon for farmers residing at the far-flung hill districts of Manipur. The climatic condition, coupled with adequate workforce, gives Manipur an advantage in floriculture. And realizing this potential, the state government is assisting farmers through various such programs.
The security forces in the Northeast region are extending a helping hand to provide medical help to locals. Recently, the Border Security Force organized a medical camp for children with cleft lips or palates in Tripura. The corrective surgeries were performed free of cost at the camp. We take a look.
In a 2-day-long medical camp at Salbagan in West Tripura, the BSF doctors successfully performed surgeries on 13 patients suffering with cleft lips and palates. The camp was organized by the BSF Wives Welfare Association in collaboration with the Smile Train and Rotary Club of Kolkata. All patients belong to poor families, and the funds for organizing the surgical and medical camp were provided by Smile Train, an international charity.
So far we have undertaken this surgery in more than 250 cases, and we have brought the smile back on the faces of more than 250 brethren and children living in the border areas.
The parents were very happy that the BSF is providing treatment free of cost. The initiative gives the children a new lease of life by bringing smile on their face. In an estimate, some 30,000 children in India are born with cleft lips and palates every year, and less than 50% of them can afford the treatment.
আমি একদিন আমরা এখানে ক্যাম্প আছে তো ক্যাম্পে এখানে যে দেখছে যে আমার বাচ্চার যে ওরকম অসুবিধা এরপরে রিপোর্ট দিছে রিপোর্ট দেওয়ার পরে এখন আমরা ইয়া করছি আমরা এখানে লইয়া আইছি.
The security forces in the conflict areas are largely involved in charity works and help the poor villagers by providing health, education and other services.
Development in the Northeast region is a top priority of the government. Recently, the Union Agriculture Minister has agreed to look into the possibility of setting up new agriculture universities and research centers in the Northeast. We have a special report.
Union Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh has directed the Indian Council for Agricultural Research to study the feasibility of opening agriculture and veterinary universities in the northeastern states. A delegation led by Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju met the Agriculture Minister recently to push forward a proposal for setting up at least 6 agriculture universities in the northeast along with a few research centers at an estimated cost of over 700 crore rupees. The delegation submitted a memorandum highlighting the requirements of the northeastern region in the areas of agricultural education and research. Focus will also be given on upgrading the infrastructure of the existing institutions.
मणिपुर में सेंट्रल एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी जो है बना हुआ था और बारापानी मेघालय में वहाँ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट का उनको ट्रेनिंग का इंस्टीट्यूट था. 2 प्रमुख रूप से सेंट्रल इंस्टीट्यूट था. वो कमजोर था. उसमें जितना बुनियादी जो सुविधाएं चाहिए था और कोर्सेस जो अलग अलग विभिन्न जो भागों के कोर्सेस में इजाफा होना चाहिए था और जो सपोर्ट चाहिए था उसमें बहुत सी कमियां थी. तो उस बात को लेकर के मैंने माननीय मंत्री जी से जिक्र किया कि इसको आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए. और नए कॉलेज, अभी 6 नए कॉलेज, कहीं एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज है, कहीं हॉर्टिकल्चर कॉलेज है, फिशरी कॉलेज है, अलग अलग पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को कवर करने के लिए.
जितने इनके पुराने इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं या सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है उसको और मजबूत बनाना, उसको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर देना और उसके अलावा 6 राज्य की जो प्रकृति है उसके मुताबिक किसी में फिशरी कॉलेज, किसी में एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज, किसी में बागवानी का कॉलेज, ऐसा इनका आग्रह था. और मुझको पूरा मैं भरोसा इनको दिलाया हूं कि हमारा मंत्रालय इस काम को अगले 1-1.5 वर्ष के अंदर निश्चित रूप से पूरा करेगा. और
Among the few agricultural universities in the region is Assam Agriculture University in Jorhat. The government also plans to strengthen the Imphal-based Central Agriculture University, which has colleges in 6 northeastern states under it. More research activities and focus on agricultural education will help in making the optimum utilization of the resources and boost agricultural production in the region.
Probabilities of selling our products, particularly the preserved foods, preserved fruits, preserved flowers, preserved many other products of the agriculture can be exported to the Southeast Asia country because of the fact that we, particularly people from Northeast, we have the same kind of eating habits, so we can earn a lot, and this kind of college like College of Food Sciences and Technology can help the people in the Northeast.
The farming community, the land resource there, water resource there, will get a boost. It goes without saying. Because they will be working on the land resources of Arunachal, of Nagaland, of Mizoram, all those kinds of things. So, and the technology generated there under their climatic condition will be much more suitable to push productivity growth.
The northeastern region is endowed with rich natural resources, and the climate condition makes it suitable for the cultivation of fruits, vegetables and other crops. There is a huge scope for development in the agriculture sector in the region, which besides bringing revenue will address the employment problem. Emphasis on the development of agriculture sector will improve the socio-economic condition of the region.
As people across the world are busy watching the FIFA World Cup 2014, youngsters in Assam are sweating hard to hone their skills in soccer. Today we take you to Jorhat's newly formed football coaching center, which imparts training to budding players.
Tiki-taka is a style of play in football characterized by short passing and movement. Here in Jorhat, Tiki-taka is the name of a newly formed football coaching center which imparts 2-year training to young players. Over 50 boys and girls below the age of 13 are going through rigorous training under the guidance of Pankaj Nyog, a former Indian goalkeeper. After training, the best players will be selected for Inter-District and All-Assam B-Division League. These players want to join professional clubs and even play for their country in the future. And they're working hard to make their dream come true.
जगह को जितना जल्दी हो सके लड़के लोग को अच्छा से ट्रेन करा के उन लोग को डिस्ट्रिक्ट या अदर या खिला के उन लोग को हम लोग जो फुटबॉल का जो इंटरनेशनली या नेशनली जो प्लेटफॉर्म है उन लोग को हम लोग वहाँ पे लेके जाने की कोशिश करेंगे।
मेरा सपना है कि मैं इंडियन टीम के लिए खेलूं और अच्छा जो क्लब है इंडिया में आई लीग में मोहन बागान शिलोंग ला जाऊँ तो वहाँ पे अगर किसी में क्लब में अगर चांस मिल गया तो मेरे लिए अच्छा होगा।
Football is a craze amongst the youth in the Northeast. They have been closely watching the ongoing FIFA World Cup and many of them are learning the techniques of their favorite international players. Although India has never come close to qualify for the World Cup, it does not seem to have dampened the morale of the soccer players from northeastern states.
With that, we've come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. I'm your host Lumpim signing off. Do send in your feedback and suggestions to roving@ani.com. Goodbye and see you next week.